title me, I like to get it poppin', but these bitches in my business call me out to choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent.
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Klaw Studios. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got my nails from looking like this to this in less than 20 minutes at home using Press On nails. If you want to see just how I did it, keep on watching. Okay, so before we get into the application process of the set, I did want to show you guys the nails that we're going to be applying today. I did make these here at Klaw Studios. If you guys are interested in putting in custom press-on set orders, I am taking those. These are a polygel set. I do polygel and I also do regular gel. Each set comes with one of these little kits. You get a cuticle pusher, a buffer bar. The buffer bar has a fine grit side and it also has a coarse side to it. You're also going to get a nail filer for filing your nails, etching them a little more if you need. And then you also get the cleaning wipes, dry and wet both. And last but obviously not least, you also get the glue to apply the nails. Today we're going to be using things similar to this. Everything that comes in the kit is pretty much a mini version of what I'm going to be using in this video today. I do also go in with 2 extra products to make sure my retention lasts, and you guys will end up seeing that. But you can get them anywhere from Amazon to Walmart to Target Girl to the beauty store. And without further ado, let's get into these materials. To start off, we're going to be going in with this metal cuticle pusher. I did get this one from nail school. This larger buffer bar that I got on Amazon, as well as this nail file. They came in the same kit. And then instead of these cleaning wipes, we're going to be going in with some acetone that I got from Walmart. And lastly, of things from the kit, we have this Kiss nail glue. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, I will be going in with 2 extra products. Here they are. This cuticle remover and then also a Modelones primer, guys. Here is the lineup of everything that I'm going in with in the order that I'm using it, guys. And just a little disclaimer, guys, my finger is broken. That's why we're going in and doing press-ons, because I really wanted my nails done, but I didn't want to go in and do something too abrasive. But after a while, I did notice that this was probably not the best idea, y'all. This was like impulsive and very much a lesson learned. I won't be doing this again. Hopefully my finger heals fast and we won't have to. So to start, I'm just going in with this Hansen cuticle remover. I'm applying it to all of my nails, rubbing it in, and then this is basically what I'll be using to easily go through and push my cuticles back. And as y'all can see, I literally keep trying to bend this finger, y'all. It won't bend. So y'all gonna see me multiple times in this video trying to bend this finger, then realizing very fast that it's not gonna work like that. So yeah. So like I said, I'll be going in with this cuticle pusher. I'm going in first with the circular side and pushing everything back, and then I'll be going in with that flat tip. And I'm basically getting all of that extra dead skin, all of the gunk that's been building up over the past few weeks. And I'm pretty much going from sidewall to sidewall in my motions, going from one side to the other side, basically to make sure I'm getting every part of that nail. Mind y'all, the prep that you see me doing here is basically the same prep that I would be doing for a full set. Some steps are a little bit different, but this is basically same foundation, same ideas, the same thing in mind. Keep in mind, you want to be really gentle going around these edges and these corners, because once you get to like that corner part of your nail, that's when you have a really good chance of cutting yourself if you're too rough. And y'all, at this point, doing my middle finger, I'm just like, okay, this is a lot. And this is the point where I'm just like, y'all, this ain't it. Just listen to me start rethinking my life. This does not feel good, chat. It's got me like second guessing my decisions. Like, should I be doing this right now, or should I be waiting? Because what? So at this point, I'm too deep in, so we rolling with it. We doing it, and yeah, I'm just basically figuring out how to do this without hurting myself as I go on. And at this point, I'm throwing up gang signs. It's just a lot. I started to realize, like, bitch, you need to put your splint on. So throughout this video, you will see me putting my splint on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off. And don't mind that, y'all. Your girl was just going through some things, okay? So now you see me here buffing the nail. I'm basically removing all of that shine from the nail, and I'm also going in and giving those cuticles a little extra love and removing anything that those cuticle pushers did not remove, because sometimes they are not enough. So this is why I love going in with that buffer block and removing all of that dead skin. Not too much though, because like I said, when you're too rough, your nails are not gonna feel good. When I say I was feeling so much pressure in my finger, y'all, I had to go back in the splint. Like, yes, when I'm not doing that nail, it's going in the splint check, because there's no way. This type of ordeal is not for the weak. And I definitely do not recommend for anybody to do their nails, press-ons or not, after they broke their finger, because it's not what you think it would be just because it's press-ons. Once I finish up removing the shine from all of the nails, I basically go in and clean under my nails. Most people do this step first, but I like to do it after I do all of my buffing and all the filing and everything, just because it gets all of that extra skin and all the debris that were left over from the previous steps. And at this point, I just like to take that flat end and basically just pry all the dirt and debris from under the nails. You can do it however you feel comfortable, but this is just how I like to do it. Okay, so once we're done with that, we're going to go in and file our nails. Now I'm going to show you guys how they taught me to do it in nail school. You basically start at the end and go to the middle on both sides until you're comfortable with the length you're at. And then once you do those sides, you're going in the middle, and then you're going back and forth. You're not really supposed to go back and forth on your nails until you get to that middle portion. So again, you're basically taking your file from the side wall to the middle, from the side wall to the middle, and then once you get to that middle portion, you're just taking it back and forth lightly. Okay, so I don't know if you guys noticed yet, but once I get to this middle nail, I'm literally having to do everything on the table because it's my support system at this point, and it's just keeping me lifted. Okay, now I'm going in with that same nail file and etching all of my nails. What this is going to do is roughen up that surface and give our nail glue something to adhere to. We're finally getting to these last few steps before gluing on the nails. I'm taking this alcohol, spraying it on a napkin, and wiping my nails down, getting all that dust, all those debris, everything that I can. And it's super important to make sure you have a clean surface to glue those nails on. So now I'll be going in with this acetone that I got from Walmart, and this is going to act as a surface cleaner as well as a dehydrator. And this will just ensure you don't have any extra moisture, oils, or anything like that left over. And finally, we're to our last step before gluing our nails. We're going in with this Modelones primer. You can't see the name because, y'all, when I say this primer done been through hell and back with me, she done been through hell and back with me, okay? So yeah, we sticking it out with her. With this primer and any other nail product, guys, if you get it on your skin, immediately go in and clean it off. Like, I'm not even playing. You don't want contact dermatitis. You don't want any allergies, okay? You don't need that. I promise you that. So yeah, that's the last step. And finally, it's time to glue on those nails, y'all. Before you get into putting the glue on and everything, you want to make sure your nails fit you. You really want to do that before anything, which I should have mentioned, y'all. I'm so sorry. Now, when it comes to applying your glue and press-ons, you want a little dot of glue. You don't need too much. A little goes a long way. And then you take that press-on and you basically slide it under your cuticles, guys. That is the key to having them look like a full set. You have to slide it under. You don't just slap it on top. I like to slide it under. Keep in mind when you're applying your glue, you want to put a little amount, because once you put too much, it's going to start flooding your cuticles, and that will mess with your retention. If you do end up putting too much nail glue, it's not really a big deal. Just go in with a nail wipe and wipe all of the excess nail glue off using some acetone or some alcohol. So my biggest tip for making your press-ons look like a full set is sliding your nails on when you're applying them. Instead of placing them on top where they would be placed, slide them on instead of just press. You're pressing after the slide, okay? So you're sliding and then you're holding it down, making sure that the nail is falling under all of your cuticles and everything. So if it just so happens that you have a press-on set and the nails are not fitting how they're supposed to fit, you go in with your nail file and you can basically file around those sidewalls until it fits your nail bed. And this only applies when you're dealing with nail tips that are way too big rather than too small, because if they're too small, it's not much you can do to make them fit other than get the right size. Now, once you get your nails on and everything, most people would stop at this step, but for me personally, I like to go an extra step just to give them that salon look, salon feel. And I like to go in with my acetone, cleaning around those nails, making sure I get any glue that might have been left over. And this step is going to give you that really clean look, as well as ensure that your nails are only adhering to your nail beds, which also plays a huge role in that good retention. Now I'm going in and giving those nails one final wipe down with the alcohol before we apply our cuticle oil, which is our last step before we're done with this set. And I just love these press-on nails. It's a really cute, deep, sparkly polygel that I use from Makar. It's beautiful. And it actually looks better with the chrome than I expected. When I had both nails done, I'm just like, wow, this is actually a really nice set. So I'm going to go in with this cuticle oil and finish it off. When I do my cuticle oil for press-ons, I don't like to just go in and drop the cuticle oil onto my nails because I feel like that's going to interfere with my retention. So I like to go in with a brush and brush that cuticle oil on just to make sure it's no oil flooding that nail. So just to sum it up, it's the smallest details that make the biggest differences in your set. So just remember to pay close attention to detail when you're doing your prep, because that is what your entire press-on set boils down to. And most of all, enjoy your time when you're doing these press-ons. Give yourself that salon love. Give yourself that luxury of self-care. You know, you don't have to go somewhere else to get that self-care vibe. You can take care of yourself on your own time in the comfortability of your own environment. And here is the final look. Guys, I'm so satisfied with how these came out. They're super pretty. I love the blue with the chrome. It's just giving everything it needed to give. I really enjoyed doing this set, and I hope you guys enjoyed being here with me. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am on the road to 1K subscribers, and I would love for you to join this journey with me. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.